my bad, my bad. Man, listen. I don't know what the hell is going on with YouTube, but it's like whenever they lose the signal, it's like it doesn't allow my live to come back up. So that's happened like the last several times I've been live where like if the signal gets real weak and if it has to reconnect, then it like doesn't do it. It doesn't do it. So and then I'll notice the numbers on and I'm like, what the hell? All right, so anyway, y'all, we got Chris on the phone. Say what's up to everybody, Chris.
What's up, everybody?
All right. So yeah, I saw your roommate though. He was downtown. Is he still your roommate?
Nope.
No. What do you mean? What happened?
There was another boy that came and lied and told me, Chi, that Aaron had pulled a knife out on him, but Aaron really didn't pull no knife out. The boy just walked off the back porch, came in, and started beating Aaron up for no reason.
Is it the same roommate that took your girlfriend?
Yeah, but he gone too.
What happened to him?
Me and Miss Chichi were working together on an undercover mission.
To do what? What happened?
Like every time I would come downstairs and relax in my room, him and her would come down here and be like, "Hey, Chris, can you go upstairs for a minute?"
So they can have sex?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. What? So hold on.
Yeah.
So your ex-girlfriend will come to you and ask you to leave the room so that she could smash with the dude that took her from you.
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay. So, oh yeah, y'all. This Chris on the phone, by the way. All right, this Chris on the phone. So, Chris said what's up. He said what's up to everybody. If y'all want to say what's up to Chris, put a C in the chat. All right, but he's telling me about the latest and greatest about what's been going down. So, if y'all saw the last Chris update, he had a roommate, an older guy named Aaron. And so I saw Aaron earlier this week at the free phone table. So I just asked Chris, I was like, is he still your roommate? He was like, no. So I asked him what happened. He was like, well, basically, he got into it with one of the guys in the house, and the guy said that he pulled a knife out on him. So it turns out the guy that he's talking about is the same guy that stole Chris's girlfriend, or that, the girlfriend chose up on the new guy. And so now he said that guy isn't living in the house anymore either. So I asked him what happened. He said, well, basically, him and the lady that runs the house, I guess, worked together to set the guy up. So apparently the guy used to come to Chris while he was chilling in his room. Him and Chris's ex-girlfriend would come in there and ask Chris to leave the room so that they smash real quick. Let me ask you something, Chris. When you would come back in the room, would it be smelling?
Yes.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. So is she still at the house?
Yeah, but she's basically she got muscle spasms.
Okay.
So today I had to give her a big ass bath.
You gave her a bath?
Yeah.
Well, damn. Like, okay. I bet
and then I had to call the fire department to come to get her out the bathroom.
Chris, stop lying.
No.
You had to call the fire department to get her out the bathtub?
Yes.
How much does she weigh?
Like 150.
No, she gotta weigh more than that, Chris.
She's on pregnancy pills.
Pregnancy? Is she pregnant?
No. She's on birth control.
Oh, she on birth control. Okay. Don't say pregnancy pills, because I was about to ask her, you about to be a daddy? The hell?
No.
Okay. So
I'm not ready for that yet.
But how big is she? If the fire department had to come out and get her, she has to weigh more than 150, Chris. You probably weigh about 150.
I weigh 150, but she weigh over more than I do. It's probably 2 of her plus me.
Okay, so she probably weighs about 250 or so like that, or maybe more.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I had to drag her big behind on her blanket to the bathroom. I had to squat all the way down to my ankles and push up real hard just to get her to stand up.
Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Okay. So, that's a lot. That's a lot. So, okay, so was she... So I'm going to ask her a question, though, Chris. Did it turn you on while you was washing her and stuff?
A little bit.
You hadn't got none since the new guy came in, huh?
No.
Oh, Lord. That's what's up, Chris. That's wild. That's a lot been going on over there. I need to just put a camera in that house and just let it roll. And just come and grab the footage. Dang, that's crazy. So why did the guy end up having to leave, though? Because you said that they were making you come out the room. What was the reason that he had to leave the house?
Because there's another lady here, and she's a little bit older.
Uh-huh.
And he started calling her all type of names and stuff.
Okay.
Like calling her the B word. She's a wolf for everything.
Okay, so he was just being a menace. Okay, got you. Wow. Dang, that's a lot, Chris. That's a lot been going on, man.
But suddenly TC got her and tried to talk to him. He started coming at me.
What do you mean he was coming at you? What was he saying or doing?
He was like, Chris, don't lie for this bitch. I was like, hey, watch her mouth. She's old enough to be your mama.
You ain't say that.
Yes, he did.
No, I'm talking about you didn't say that.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So that's
you know
a lot.
I'm not scared to open my mouth.
I don't know if you said it with that same energy, Chris. You probably mumbled
I
it
didn't say
under
with
your
the
breath.
same energy.
Wow. Chris, that's a lot going on, man.
Get what?
What's that?
I got me a season pass to front spot.
Which one? The one down there, where close to where you at?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you go already?
Yeah.
You had a good time?
I went 2 times.
Did they took y'all as a group type deal?
Nope. When I got out of the group, Dan came and got me and took me.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up, man.
We both got on the roller coaster together.
Dan rode the roller coaster?
Yep.
Okay, so guys, I'm on the phone with Chris. He said that he just he was saying that he basically has a season pass to like this little theme park that's down there on the side of town where he's at. And he said that his lawyer took him or whatever.
Yep. And guess what else I got?
What's that?
My card.
Oh, your money card?
Yep.
Oh, look at God. Y'all, look at God. Guys, it has been 3 years. It's been 3 years that other people have been getting Chris's money. And for the first time, Chris now has control over his own money. That is so lit, man. Dang, Chris, that's so good to hear, man.
And now I know my social security number too.
So you know your social, you got access to your money. Guys, look at this, y'all. Look at this, y'all. 6 months ago, Chris was in the dungeon. 7 months ago, we had a birthday party for Chris in the dungeon. in the dungeon around nothing but homeless people. And now he's in a house.
I still got the Nike outfit and the shoes.
So he still got that outfit, and he still got the shoes that we bought him, not just me. Okay, that was y'all too. So big salute. That's why I try to tell people, like, see, listen. That's why, like, so let me explain something, right? To the guy that did that live stream or whatever, the man code guy, right? See, this is man shit. This is man shit. This is doing shit. This is getting out here and touching ground. This is boots on the ground. All that gossiping and effeminate shit that y'all do over there, that ain't about shit. That ain't about nothing. So whatever rumors you can pull up online about me, make sure you pull this up. Make sure you pull that up. Until you walk in the dungeon and go throw a birthday party for somebody, fuck you. Straight like that. All right. I had to get that off my chest real quick. All right, and that ain't just to that dude. That's to anybody that want to talk shit about me. All right, you better take a look at the whole picture. You better do the math and add it up. All right, I'm a vessel out here, and I ain't perfect. But you ain't. It ain't a whole lot of people that could really legitimately talk shit about me. Y'all just a bunch of gossip, want to catch somebody in a gotcha moment type folks. Y'all just want clicks and views. You just want to use the names. You can get whatever clicks and views you can get. But I'm going to tell you something. See, the reason why I get clicks and views is because I don't chase clicks and views. I go with my gut. I go with my spirit. Like, before I was doing this, do you think I knew that this would become what it became? So if I wasn't making money, then would I still be exploiting people if I was going around interviewing and talking to people? Matter of fact, when I get home, the first interview I'm going to upload is the last interview I just did with this young lady over in the Bluff. And you watch the first 60 seconds of that interview. Watch the first 60 seconds of that interview. Okay? And when you watch the first 60 seconds of that interview, you're going to understand that I have a unique position out here. That's it. Okay? So, message to anybody that is wasting their life just talking about bullshit. This is my message. Find you something productive and impactful to do. Find you something that's going to positively impact somebody else's life other than just your quote-unquote supporters that just want tea. They just want tea. They just want gossip. They just want to indulge in negativity. Find something productive to do. Find something productive to talk about. Because if you're wasting your life sitting around talking about the pettiest of bullshit, pee-bombing folks, which that's a pussy move, right? Like, and it was one dude over there that I thought, like, hey, this seemed like a cool fellow or whatever. So, I shouted him out and everything else. And then, like, a day or two later, he did something that I was just like, man, it ain't nobody over here that really, like, is just manly. Like, everybody over here kind of moves in their effeminate energy. And so, that's not, and, listen, I get it, man. Like, when we're younger, sometimes we lose control over our emotions and stuff like that. But I'm going to tell you the truth. As a man, you have to be in control of your emotions. He who angers you controls you. And so if you let people get you to the point where they got you all riled up and you're doing stuff that's outside of the frame of masculinity, that ain't it. That ain't it, man. That ain't it. And if anybody's egging you on to do that, you need to move opposite of them, because that person is egging you on to be in your feminine energy. Okay? Your feminine energy. And so, you can't move like that. And so don't take that as me like trying to come after you and all like that. I don't do all that beef and stuff anyway. So it's not like we're going to have like any back and forth, nothing like that. That's just one man to another. I'm just talking man shit right now. I saw a lot of guys over there, and I'm like, okay, let me see what's going on. And then, like I say, man, anyway. So, all right, look, Chris, when's the next time we gonna get up, man?
Probably on the weekend.
Okay, well, not this weekend, because I got some stuff going on this weekend, but and next weekend might be the weekend before school starts, so we'll see if it's gonna be that weekend. But both my girls are in high school now, so I got 2 high schoolers, and my oldest just turned 16, Chris. So I have a 16-year-older now. So they're good to go. So I ain't gonna have to probably do too much as far as back to school stuff. But so we might be able to get up next weekend for sure. Okay, maybe we could do the fun spot place, since you got a season pass. You could show me what fun spot. I've been there like years ago when the kids was younger, but I don't think I've been there like in a while. But so we could definitely do that. All right. Yep. So, but yeah, listen, I'm about to run in Kroger real quick, man. So, hit me up whenever, but we'll chat later, okay?
All
right. Good talking to you, man.
Good talking to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. See, I'm about to go in Kroger real quick, y'all, and I'm gonna keep y'all here with me, but because I gotta get some ground turkey. Y'all know, you see, listen, a couple people been asking me, Mark, you been working out and stuff like that? Listen, it's not about the working out, okay? The reason why I'm a little bit smaller right now is just because I haven't been eating. One, because I just don't fucking feel like it, okay? Sometimes I just don't feel like eating, all right? And then 2, I don't like eating out a whole lot. I do, but I don't like overly eating out. And so when I don't cook my food at home, when I don't have somebody cook it for me, I just end up not eating as much as I need to. And so it's been like at least 2 months of that now where I just haven't been eating as much. But my oldest daughter, Michaela, who just turned 16, has been making my ground turkey and rice lately. So I'm about to go in Kroger, pick up some ground turkey. I think we need some more rice too. And that way she can make me some more food, because I basically didn't eat yesterday. Like, I think I had some fruit and stuff like that, but I didn't have a actual meal. So I'm gonna come in here, get my ground turkey and stuff so that my baby can get me right, because she don't want her daddy to be walking around with no muscles and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, y'all hold on real quick. All right. You say Vibes is beef sector too? Well, yeah, she was, but she's street sector now. Shout out to my Caribbean sister, Vibes Queen, man. All right, shout you out. All right, because, and that just goes to show you, right? Like, even last year when, Vibes was already over here. Like, Vibes has been tapping in with my content probably since 2022. So it's been about 3 years. So even though we didn't have like a street sector, and let me talk about that real quick, because, yeah, I never indulged in all this sector talk and everything like that. But since that's the language that people use, let's just go with the language that people use, right? So, talking about a street sector, let me make it clear for y'all. Okay? Because a lot of people are like, Kiki and Octavia start the street sector. Not really. Okay? The people was already over here making content about my content. Okay? I would say that Kiki and Octavius were the benefactors of Yana reaching out. If you really want to know when the street sector started, it was literally, if you go back to like what caused it to start, if you actually want to say the actual inception of the street sector, then guess what? The actual inception of it was 2 years ago today. What's today? The 18th, right? So the interview that I did with Yana was exactly 2 years ago. I just got a Google Photos memory. So, Google Photo, I got all the big storage or whatever. So Google Photos saves every single video, picture, everything. And on my Google Photo memories, because those notifications pop up on my phone, popped up Yana. And I'm like, dang, that was 2 years ago. That was July 18th, 2023. Okay? When it started, because Yana is the actual person that really was the cause of what we now know as the street sector. Oh shit, hold on. Dang, Kroger got no service. All right, can y'all see me? Put a one in the chat if you can see me. Y'all put a one in the chat if you can see me, man. Let me get up out of here. None of these places got good service. Okay, I'm walking out. Okay. All right, I'm walking out. All right, y'all just hold on. I don't know what's up with all these places that got bad service. All right, just hold on, y'all. Uh-oh. All right, so listen, the service should be back better now. Put a B in the chat if we're back okay. If we getting back to the good service. Oh, I've been seeing a lot of people saying back to the content lately. Y'all know where that came from. All right, so if you see anybody saying back to the content, y'all know where that originated from. That's an original statement straight from the mouth of Marcus, the interviewer. Okay, we back. All right, cool beans. So I guess I can't go in nowhere right now, right? Because if I try to go in the house, it ain't gonna work. So I'm gonna go find somewhere shade with a lot of shade to park and just sit down and chop it up. But yeah, let me finish this, right? 2 years ago, I interviewed Yana. Okay? Shout out to Yana, all right? And so that interview is what caused the whole street sector as y'all know it. Okay? So I'm gonna tell this story. We're gonna tell the story. Y'all ready for story time? Put an S in the chat. Put an S in the chat if you're ready for story time. Put an S in the chat if you're ready for story time. Okay? Put an S in the chat if you are ready for story time. We're gonna have story time today. We gonna cause y'all just be talking a lot of BS sometimes. And I say y'all, if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it, okay? But yeah, like, some folks be talking just out the side of their neck. They don't be knowing what they talking about. And then, shout out to Octavius. Me and him don't have no beef or nothing. But, sometimes he be saying stuff and I be like, I be wanting to correct it, but I be like, nah, it ain't worth it. I don't care. Right? So I just, y'all know me. I leave well enough alone. Okay? Like, if something doesn't affect my money or my peace or whatever, I ain't worried about it. So sometimes I let people say whatever, but we're going to get into it. Okay? Right. Golden just pointed out, like, to be honest with you, the actual roots of the street sector were formed after the Monique video. Okay? After the Monique video, when she came out and said, I did this and I did that, right? That's when, so a lot of the people that are kind of people that we know in the street sector, like Golden, and even people like D Dirty and all like that, they was not doing content. They didn't have pages. They just had YouTube pages where they commented on. And they were more so supporters of Monique, right? Like, they watched my content, but then when Monique came out and said that stuff, they was like, oh, we got to support this young lady. And they did. Shout out to them, you know what I'm saying? But they also got to see eventually that she's kind of full of shit. Okay? And so they got to see the holes in their story. And, it only takes, you can only pretend for a little while. After a while, people start to see who you are, especially if you're coming online all the time, right? So, okay, so the whole Monique thing is what caused, I would say, the undergirding or the foundation of the street sector. But the actual way that it started is because Yana did the interview with me, and then y'all know, well, I said I was gonna do story time. Okay, so let's do story time. So again, and listen, if you've heard this story before, just kind of indulge me, all right? Maybe you'll hear some new details that you haven't heard, but I'm gonna just set the record straight once and for all, okay? All right, hold on real quick. Y'all let me know if my reception is decent, because I'm about to try to find a place to park. All right, it's kind of crappy right now. Hold on real quick, y'all. Y'all just ride with me, all right? Just ride with me. We gonna get to our destination, but just, we gonna be a little patient. We gonna chill. I need to get to a place that has a better reception. All right. All right. So in the meanwhile, I'll ride up the street. Okay. Alrighty. So I am. Y'all just give me a second. Hopefully this reception get a little better. Okay. Got you. All right. So we should be good now. Okay. So I'm riding down. So 2 years ago, and maybe a few days before this day, I'm riding down Marietta Street. It's nighttime. I see Yana, right? So I see, just a young lady walking. And something in my gut told me, nah, that's just not a regular young lady walking. She looks like she ain't really got nowhere to go. Like she's just kind of walking aimlessly, right? So I hit a U-turn, right? This was back in my U-turn days. I hit a U-turn, I'd do whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll stop in the middle of the road and ask to do an interview, right? So hit a U-turn, pulled up on her, like, hey, I do this and that and the third, did my pitch. She was like, no, I'm good. So I was like, okay, cool. Here's my information. Reach out to me, if you change your mind, basically. She was like, okay, cool. So about, a week or two later, she reaches out. She's like, hey, you still, is that offer still on the table to do that interview? So I'm like, sure, let's rock it out. So we do the interview, and y'all saw the interview. It was a decent, good interview or whatever, right? And then at the end of the interview, Yana is like, hey, that was really cool. Like, that was a real good vibe. So I was like, hey, yeah, that's what everybody normally says or whatever. And she was like, well, I would love to just hang out and just, kind of chill out, whenever. So I was like, maybe, cool, whatever, here's my number, whatever. She was like, what are you doing later? And this was still in the middle of the day. So I was like, y'all, like, especially back then, I didn't put nothing in front of my money. Right? Hold on real quick. God dang it. What is up with this service? Okay, hopefully y'all can see me well enough. Okay. So, right, I pulled up to her job to do the interview. At the time, she was working at 10 ATL. So, and I just had lunch there the other day with my boy Jay. So, shout out to 10. They got real good food, y'all. So, y'all check them out, man. Y'all check them out, 10 ATL. Okay? All right, let me see if I can pull over here real quick, man, because it's like every time I get good reception, it goes back to kind of crappy reception. Okay, you can see me? All right, so hopefully this will be fine. Okay, so I'm like, okay, well, maybe we can hang out, maybe not, what I'm saying, or whatever. Just we'll see. And if my time frees up, I'll hit you up. And so, lo and behold, it just so happens to be one of those days where I kind of got done with my editing real quick and everything else. And so I was like, okay, cool. Let's go hang out, right? She was the one that was like, hey, I want to hang out. I know this rooftop that we can go to. It wasn't my rooftop. It was a rooftop bar, okay? So I was like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really go to a lot of rooftop bars and stuff like that. So let's go do it. So she picked the place out, and I was like, come on, I got you. Let's go. So I picked her up from work, and we went and hung out. Had a good time, cool vibes. Y'all kind of see the energy me and Yana have or whatever. So it was good, and it was vibing right away, right? But I'm chilling. I wasn't trying to, like, I just did an interview with her. I wasn't trying to get no coup de cat or nothing like that. Are y'all here with me? Let me see. Okay. Let me see. Make sure I got this thing set up right. Are y'all here with me? Let me just make sure y'all here with me. Okay, you here. Okay, cool. So I'm like, okay. So we go. We have a good time. And I'm like, okay, well, we probably was out for like 3 or 4 hours, right? So we having a good time. Vibing, drinks, food, all that stuff, right? The doors were off, right? Doors were off. We having a good time. So I'm like, all right, well, let's get you back to where you need to be. Now, mind you, she had told me during the interview, it was like, okay, I'm staying with a friend or whatever. So I take her about 20 minutes from the city up to, about 15 minutes, up to the Battery, right, where the baseball stadium is, right? So she's like, oh, yeah, just drop me off here. And here was like in the middle of nowhere, like the middle of like restaurants and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay. So long story short, I drop her off, I go home, and I'm about to go to sleep. And this is a few hours later, it's like 2 in the morning. I'm about to go to sleep, but I didn't get a text from her because I asked her, I was like, hey, shoot me a text when you get home just to make sure you're safe, you're in, whatever. So I didn't get a text from her, so I hit her on the text. I was like, hey, I never got a text. Are you okay? She was like, oh, man, like, I'm so glad you texted me. Like, I should have just took up your offer. I should have just came home or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I should have just, whatever, right? Like, I should have just went home with you, basically, because my friend didn't pick up and this, that, and the third. So I'm like, okay, where are you at? She's like, I'm in the same area you dropped me off. So, okay, let me go get you. So I came and got her. Now, mind you, we had just had a cool little time. We was hanging out. At this point, it's 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, it is what it is, right? like I promise you I did not go into it like trying to get nothing. But hey, things happen late at night, right? So I was like, okay, well, if this is going to be the situation, if you don't have nowhere to go, because I didn't want it to be like, okay, we did something that night, and the next day I'm like, all right, see ya, peace. You know what I'm saying? You got to go. So I'm like, all right, let me see if I can help this young lady out. And obviously, if she's going to be here, that's going to, it's going to somewhat impede upon my dating life, right? So, we just need to have whatever understanding that we have, and have that understanding out the way so that there's no gray area or anything like that, right? So we had our understanding. Everything was all good. And she was staying here just for the meanwhile. It was just supposed to be for like a week or two. It's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Let me help out. She can get on her feet, get a little pad split or whatever. Because that's what she said her plan was. Just get a little room that she could rent for like $250 a week or something like that, right? She was working at the time. She was making money as far as her cash tips and everything. So I'm thinking like, okay, well, if she doesn't have to pay for a room or pay for this or pay for that, basically if I take care of her for 2 weeks, right, have a place for her to stay, make sure she eats and all that stuff, she should be able to save up enough money in a couple weeks and she'll be fine. She'll be able to, go on about her business, do what she need to do. Obviously, that's not what happened, right? She got comfortable. She was enjoying the lifestyle. She was enjoying living where I lived. She was enjoying just everything about it, right? I'm a gentleman, you know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff. So she was enjoying it. So, after a couple weeks, I'm like, hey, what's going on? Did you, save up the money yet or anything like that? And it was always like, oh, this happened or that happened or I had to pay for this. I think at the time, like she had some tickets she had to pay for or whatever. And mind you, at this point, we was rocking, tough enough. So I was like, hey, I'll pay for the tickets. I'll do this, I'll do that. I mean, I did all that stuff. I got her hair done, paid for tickets, got her a couple outfits, this, that, and the third, right? So it was a really good deal for her. Like, that's why I say, like, nobody can come to me and be like, oh, you do this and you do that. Like, trust me when I tell you, she was loving it, okay? And so, when I asked her to leave the first time, which was like a couple weeks after everything had happened, I was just ready to have my space back. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to have my space back. It was kind of stressful because, at the time, the kids was living with their mom, but they would come and, be with me on the weekends. So, she was working on the weekends. So it's not like she was in the house per se while they were in the house and everything. But at nighttime, because she would be working doubles and stuff like that. But at nighttime, the kids would be in their room and I'll get her in the room and she would just be in the room. And anyway, I ain't even going to go into all that stuff about the closet because y'all going to run with it. But long and short, I had a super big closet that she just used to chill in. It's not like she was hiding in the closet or anything like that. But that was like her room almost, you know what I'm saying? Big old closet where you could fit a bunch of chairs and she had her makeup stuff in there. She had clothes. She had all her stuff. That was like her room almost, right? So, of course, when I asked her to leave the first time, boy, she hit me with the waterworks, hit me with the tears. Y'all know me, I'm a girl dad. So, she just, she killed me. You know what I'm saying? It was over with. Right? And so, and then she, like, just really put it on me too. Like, you know what I'm saying? She made sure she put extra sauce on that that time or whatever, right? so of course I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? We'll figure it out. You can continue to stay here. I ain't just gonna put you out on the street, right? So at that point, I'm like, all right, well, you can stay here, but I'm gonna be honest, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, I'm not gonna stop my dating life. Like, I was in a 14-year relationship, and I recently enough got out of it. And so I don't want to be in something that feels like a relationship right now. That's just not what I want. And I don't want to, like, kick you out, but if it comes between the two, it's like, what do you want me to do? And so we came to the conclusion, like, hey, I could do my thing, but she's not supposed to do her thing, right? And so, you know, it was what it was. So that's when all the stuff was like, hey, that's when I was like dating a bunch of women, and, you know, sometimes they would be in the house and sometimes things would happen or whatever, right? So, you know, hey, listen, I ain't gonna say it wasn't a fun time, okay? But it is what it is, right? Again, we're talking about 2 years ago. So, she said that she could handle that, but she couldn't handle it, okay? She couldn't handle it, and so, you know, on the surface level, she was trying to be as cool about it as she could, but what we came to find out is that she decided, like, to get back with her weed man, right? So it is what it is, man. Like, that was all around the same time when the thing happened, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, her getting, you know, y'all know. All right. So anyway, that was all around the same time. So I didn't know that she was dealing with the dude at the time, but I kind of was peeping game. Like, she would be staying out kind of extra long when she went to go get that stuff, or she would just disappear. Like, 2 weekends in a row, she just kind of disappeared. And I was like, okay, I know what's going on, but it's all good. Like, I had other stuff going on too, so it wasn't no big deal, right? I didn't delete the Kelsey video. YouTube did. All right. So the point is that, you know, that's when things got kind of like, And so at that point, we kind of was like just roommates, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was kind of doing my thing, and, you know, we were still good. We were still cool, but the energy, the vibe wasn't there like the same way it was before, right? And so this was all like shortly after Halloween, right? I remember it because it was Halloween weekend, right? She disappeared. The second weekend in a row that she disappeared was Halloween weekend. And so that whole November was kind of like dicey. Plus, I was working on a new campaign because, remember, at the time I had 2 jobs. I was doing YouTube, and I was also working for my buddy in his marketing company. So I was working on a new campaign. So my mind was, I was busy. I had just all kind of stuff going on. So, you know, whatever. She's here. It's cool. Whatever. No biggie. I ain't just going to put her on the street, even though we wasn't really, you know, connecting like that at that point. Right? And so it comes around to like late November, and this was like after Thanksgiving. And I was like, hey, you know, we got to start talking about how we're going to transition you out of here. Like, what's going on? Like, have you saved up money? Have you done this, done that? Hadn't really saved up a whole lot of money, if any at all. Wasn't really feeling like it was just bad, right? So anyway, yeah, I mean, that December came, and that's when we found out about her condition and everything else. And, you know, we know what happened with that. She said that she was good with it, but it turns out she wasn't. And, you know, I feel bad about that because I didn't force her to do it or anything like that, but I just told her how I felt about it. And she agreed. And then I guess after the fact felt, you know, like she regretted that or whatever, right? So, you know, I was like, hey, look, let's get you back up to Chicago. Now keep in mind that the previous 3 months before that were 3 of the highest financial months that I had on YouTube, right? So when she was staying with me, I was kicking up some big checks, right? Kicking up some big checks. And so everything was all good. Like, money wasn't an issue at all. So in December, that was when the whole Lewis and Lolly thing was going on, right? So, you know, I was dealing with that story and dealing with the situation that she had going on that y'all didn't even know about. So I had so much going on. Y'all didn't even know. Y'all thought, oh, Lewis and Lolly. Y'all didn't even know. It was so much going on the back end. So, like I say, she felt the way about what happened. And I was like, all right, well, look, let's get you back home. And I'll give you like a little bit of money so you can reset, whatever. Well, that month of December, it's like my money like went down like 50%. Okay. Like 50%. I was like, what the hell? And then it continued to go down after that. Right? So it got to a point where I was like, okay, I thought that I was going to be able to just slice this little money off and then everything was going to be good. But I'm not slicing off this money if I'm looking at my next couple checks and they're not looking the same way that these checks were. So, and this was after she was already back home. So I was like, okay, all right, let me explain to her and tell her like, hey, the money ain't looking like how I expected it to. So I'm just going to give you this amount for right now. And we'll see if we can tighten you up a little bit later or whatever. Well, she wasn't feeling that. And she had called me a couple times to, I guess, express how she felt about it. But I was busy. I couldn't pick up. And so she decided to go ahead and contact Kiki. She decided to go ahead and contact Kiki. Okay. And that's when the whole street sector, as we know it in its current condition, got started. Okay. So that's what happened. That's what happened. That's how we have the street sector. That's how we have all these folks that, kind of be going back and forth and doing this and that and the third. And so it is what it is. And so, like I say, it really started out with me just doing the interview and just kind of connecting with the person and then seeing what their situation is as far as not having a roof over their head and really just trying to help. Okay, not trying to get none, not trying to do this and do that. It was really just me just kind of being empathetic towards her situation. And, but also I'm a man. And so I got caught up in, like, you know what happens later on at night. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the other brain takes over. So if you ever need to know what happened, you just heard it from the horse's mouth. Okay? So it is what it is. Like, I'm not one to sit here and hide from my history or hide from, just things that have happened with my life. I ask people to be transparent in the interviews I do with them. And some of those stories are shocking. So it's not, it's not, it would be very hypocritical of me to like try to, act as though I don't have my imperfections or my flaws. Okay. So yeah, me and T definitely still rocking, right? Me and T definitely still rocking. Listen, y'all know me, okay? Like, at this point in the game, it's just, there's layers to how my mating and dating life goes. Okay? There's layers to it. And so I have, it's levels to like who I'm rocking with and how I'm rocking with them. But T is, for sure the person I'm rocking with the most. Okay? And so that's what it is. So yeah, it's just life, bro. Yeah, it is just life. Tara says I'm a bad person, and that's period. Okay, Tara. Well, I tell you what, like I say, you take your ass down to the dungeon, okay, go meet some people, and when it's their birthday, you make sure you throw a birthday party for them so that they can feel special and everything else, okay? You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and you do that, and you make sure you connect families back together. You do all type of stuff behind the scenes. You do that. And when you do that and you show me proof that you've done it, I'll allow you to, I'll accept you calling me a bad person. Okay? But the truth is that I'm not a bad person. You know what I'm saying? I consider myself to be a good person. I'm a human, and there's no one that is perfect. There's no one that hasn't sinned. There's no one that is impervious to making, decisions that they come to regret for one reason or another. But it is what it is. So you know what you can do. You can take your ass on. You know what I'm saying? You can take your ass on. It is what it is. So it's for views. That's it. So what about when I wasn't getting no views? What about before the channel blew up and I was still doing the same stuff? Was that for views too? Like, see, people like you love to talk shit. But what I've come to find is that the people that talk the most shit do the least. You want to know how I know? Because the people that actually do stuff, they make room for error. See, the people that actually get out here and do things and impact people's lives, they are never the people that are finger wagging or trying to hold some type of moral superiority over you. The people that come out here to the streets and actually feed these people, they're never the people that are like, you're a bad person, or you shouldn't have done this or that. They're the people that are empathetic to everybody's situation. That's why they come out here and actually do stuff. Okay? But people like you, let me make sure I make this clear for you. People like you, you're the work of the devil. Because you don't do shit for nobody. You talk shit about people that do shit. And you ain't shit. You ain't shit. Tara, however you want to pronounce your name. You ain't shit but a shit talker. And I ain't got no respect for people that come here and talk shit, especially the people that do real shit. So, you want to blame me for being a man? Okay, that's your right. That's your prerogative. Okay, that's your prerogative. But you ain't shit. And don't worry about how much money I pay people to do interviews. I love when people try to question me about that or whatever. I tell people all the time, half of the interviewees have their Cash App up on the screen. So if you feel like they deserve more money, send them more money. Don't think that I'm supposed to do it. You do it. You do it. Okay? Don't worry about how much I give them. That's my business model. See, the truth is, y'all don't see all the interviews that I do because a good bit of them never make it to YouTube, the A side or the B side. So if I'm out there literally just paying all this money, and the interview might not be, it might be boring or it might be this, it don't make it to YouTube for whatever reason, what do you want me to just come out here and break even? Like my work isn't worth anything? Like I'm not supposed to be able to live a certain way? My kids can't live and go to school and get, you know, money when they need it and stuff like that? Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, listen, if you feel that strongly about what people are supposed to get, bring your ass downtown or on the east side or on the west side or walk your ass to the bluff or do whatever you need to do to get to the people, and you give them the money that you feel like they deserve. Okay? And so, and y'all understood what's understood don't need to be explained, but sometimes people need to just hear it. They need to hear it because it's like, shut up. Like, just shut up. Like, and at the end of the day, the people out here love me. Studio on the go. Yeah, I see you. I see you, Studio on the go. Okay, I see you, Studio on the go. All right. He say, don't go to the bluff. You might not make it home. Which part? I'm in Tuscaloosa. Listen, you ain't got to come here to Atlanta. Go to the homeless part of your town. Go to the homeless part of your town. But see, here's the thing. Here's what y'all ain't getting. See, y'all will pull up thinking that y'all gonna be this savior and all this type of stuff, and half of them won't even talk to you. Half of them won't even talk to you. Like, you gonna try to pull up and be like, you want some money and stuff like that, and they're gonna be looking at you like, who are you? What you got going on? Like, they don't trust people like that. They don't just trust everybody like that. So you thinking that I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna do what Marcus do. I'm gonna do better than him. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Like, they ain't gonna talk with you. Your spirit ain't right. Your spirit ain't right. See, I can go anywhere. I can go from here to California and walk up to a stranger and they feel my spirit and they will open up to me and they will tell me things that they have not told anybody. And if you think it's for $10, you are a dummy. I bet you can't offer them $10 and have the same conversation. I bet you can't. You probably can't offer them $100 and have the same conversation. They'll do the conversation for $100, But they ain't gonna tell you what they tell me. You're not even gonna be able to get it up out of them. You ain't gonna be able to get up out of them. You're not gonna hug them. You're gonna give them a church hug with one arm. All right, man, have a good one. You ain't gonna grab them and hold them and tell them to squeeze and to get it out. Cry, get it out. You're not going to do that. Because you don't share the same spirit that I do. You don't share the same spirit that I do. They can feel your bad energy. It bounces off of you. See, people feel energy. People feel energy. No more so than dogs and kids. You ever want to see if somebody's a bad person, bring them around a baby or a dog. Okay? Like, if that dog just start barking off the chain, or if that baby just start crying out of nowhere and it's not hungry or need to change or sleepy, that's a bad person. That's bad energy. Because babies and dogs are more closely connected to the spirit that encompasses this world. Okay? Okay? Hard worker, don't spam the chat. Yo, is my brother in the chat? Yo! Yo! Is my brother in the chat? Oh, man. Okay, hold on. My blood brother. My built-in best friend. The only person in this world that I trust 100% is in my live stream. And my brother been supporting me, so don't get it twisted. My brother been supporting me. My brother is one of the first and biggest supporters of Atlanta Street Interviews. But he works a lot. And my brother is a blue-collar, hard-working, rough hands man, okay, that takes care of his family, okay? Malcolm, and we talk all the time. But I just want to say, I appreciate you, man, showing up to my live chat. I'm like Malcolm Ferris. Listen, man, my brother is the shit, y'all. He's the shit. Malcolm is about 5 inches taller than me, right? So if anybody out there be like, oh, he's cute and everything, he's a little short. Well, guess what? Malcolm looks like me. About 5 inches taller, just a funny guy, good guy. He's like, he's the life of the party type of energy. We both have really good energy because our parents raised us with love. So we both have really good energy, and we both have, we're daughters and everything like that. But yeah, man, y'all shout out my brother, man. He's the ish, okay? Shout out my brother, man. Big salute. You already know. But yeah, and see, Malcolm will tell y'all, like, y'all know most of the time, you know what I'm saying? You say, Marcus, you're just a familiar face. That's why they trust you. You from ATL Dub. So what about the interviews I get in New Orleans? What about the interviews last time I visited my brother in Phoenix, Arizona, which was over 2 years ago? He's not in Phoenix now. He's working in Wisconsin. But because he works a lot out of town or whatever, right? So I went to go visit him a couple years ago in Arizona. And I got, like, really good interviews. Like, Tara, it's trolls like you. And, I'm only responding because I'm on live, okay? But it's trolls like you that represent other people. So that's why I respond, because I know it's not just you. You're just a representation of how some people feel. So when I respond, I'm not just responding to you. I'm responding to anybody that feels this way. But what you're saying is completely invalid. So, for one, most of the people that I interview don't know about me. I try to make it that way. People that ask to do interviews with me, I tend to not do interviews with. That's the first thing. Second thing, I go and do interviews everywhere that I go. So whether I go to Phoenix, Arizona, whether I go to Houston, Texas, whether I go to New Orleans, anywhere that I go, I have at least one, if not more, teary-eyed interviews. Teary-eyed interviews, meaning the person is pouring their heart out. The conversation results in tears. And at the end of the interview, 99.999% of the time, after the interview, off camera, there's a big hug and words of wisdom or advice that come afterwards. So what do you have to say about those people, right? Because again, you say all that stuff, but the truth is that if you tried to do it, they wouldn't even let you come near them. They won't even let you come near them. Okay? So it is what it is. I hope after you find a wife and settle down and get everything in order, get close to God, become a preacher. I'm very close to God. That's the first thing. I'm very close to God. So my relationship with God is direct. I got a direct line. In fact, I could be communicating with God while I'm sitting here communicating with y'all on live. Okay, God is in me. Okay, God is in me. God is in everything. So yeah, I mean that's that. I feel like as far as a preacher goes, I probably wouldn't be one in the traditional sense of, Christianity, religion, or any religion. You know what I'm saying? But I am someone that I feel like just has really good conversations, really uplifting conversations with people. See, y'all don't get to see like the real deep conversations that I have with people. You don't get to see those, I promise you. And even like with somebody like Kelsey, right, who y'all know I be having fun with Kelsey, and we have our little flirty vibe and sexy little vibe and stuff like that be going on, right? But y'all don't even know, man, some of the conversations, because Kelsey is very open, very expressive. And so if y'all were privy to some of those conversations, you would even see her in a even like more of a kind of human and connecting light, right? So yeah, I believe that I have a gift to just have really impactful conversations with people. What y'all see is just the surface level, right? The real conversations may happen 2 or 3 conversations after the interview, where they're updating me on something, or they're calling me to get advice about something, or whatever it is. Y'all don't even see that stuff, and I tend to not record those conversations because I just want to keep it organic. That's just between me and that person. But y'all this is just the surface level, y'all. Like, this is so that's why I say, like, for anybody that's out there that feels like they want to talk shit to me about me or anything like that, it's like, like, that's why I ignore it, right? Because there's so much that goes on that y'all don't know about. I don't have time to like respond to all that stuff. Name your dream car in your dream, and I'll put it on edit. Listen, I'm actually, if I'm being honest with you, I'm in my dream car. I love this Jeep. I ain't gonna lie. I love this Jeep. Every time I walk out, let me show y'all, right? So let's say I go in the store, right? I was just in Kroger, right? So I go in the store, I'm walking around, I'm doing my thing, right? Sometimes I'll be forgetting, like, that's my car, right? So then I'll be walking out, and I'll be like, oh, that's me. I'll be like forgetting, like, dang, I do, man. I love my little Jeep, man. I ain't gonna lie. Now, could I do a little more to it? Yeah. Like, at this point, I feel like I could give it like another 2 inches as far as the lift goes. The next time I switch out my tires, I'm probably gonna get new rims, new tires. So I'm gonna get like some bigger rims, bigger tires, and a 2-inch lift. So I'm gonna have to like jump in here. Like, it's gonna be sitting up super high. And then, just like a couple other little, like, I might get the hood. Let me show y'all real quick. So I might get the hood with the little breather on it to make it look like a little more badass and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it. What was the deal with Kelsey? You didn't watch her? Oh yeah, you gotta watch the Kelsey interviews. Those are all good interviews. Her first interview went light viral. I think it's got like 300-something thousand views. And then every interview afterwards, she's just super open. So I like interviewing people that will just tell it. Good, bad, or ugly. And Kelsey's one of those people. So Kelsey just tells it. And she also kind of takes her time and puts a little thought into how she's responding. So I really do enjoy interviewing her because we get to kind of explore human psyche with her. You know what I'm saying? And her story goes up and down. So it's a good story. But yeah, the interview she did outside was just part 1 of that interview. The latest interview that she did. And that's on the B-side. So if you want to go check it out, go check it out. But the second interview, I tried to post it to the B-side, and I did all that. It took me 2 hours to edit that video because of all the blurring that I had to put in. Even with all the blurring, YouTube automatically yanked the video and gave me a channel strike. So that's what's going on with Kelsey. Don't like how dirty you did Tone. Leave those kids alone. They do not owe you their life. First of all, Tone's not a kid. He's 28 years old. He's not a kid. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, they asked to be on the channel. They asked to do that stuff. They called me. I listen, with Josiah's, me and Josiah's we had like this connection to where I would just run into Josiah's all the time. Josiah's did not have a phone for me to be able to call him up and say, hey, where you gonna be? Let's meet here, do this, do that. So that's how you know the whole Josiah's, everything about that saga was God's plan. Because not once did I plan on, or we met up, we said we was gonna meet up. Listen, with a person like Josiah, even if you say, meet me here at this time, it's a high likelihood that he's not gonna be there at that time. So that wouldn't have worked anyway. Every Josiah's interview that you saw, for the most part, was God's plan, was us randomly running into each other. Okay? So that's the case with Josiah's, but when it came to Tone and Ileana, it was the exact opposite. The only interview that you saw that was like they ran into me, not even us running into each other, was the first interview where they announced that Ileana had a baby and that it was Josiah's baby. Okay, well, again, they asked me to do that interview. Every other interview after that was them calling me to do an interview. So it's like, you don't really know what you're talking about. Now, hold on now, Tara. Now, listen now, I'm a short guy, but you gonna give me my last inch. You gonna give me my last inch. I'm 5'5", okay? You know when you short, every inch counts. Now, shout out to all my 5'4" kings. You still a king. I'm a king, all right? And I'm 5'5", but I'm 5'5", not 5'4". Don't do me like that, all right? When you this height, you need every inch you can get, okay? So, and don't get it twisted. I love my height, okay? I would not want God to make me any different than what he made me, because I love my life, okay? And I have excellent results, okay? So I wouldn't want to be anybody different. But you're going to give me my last inch. I'm 5'5", okay? Come to Birmingham. I did interviews I did a interview, not interviews, but I did, I think, one or two interviews in Mobile. When I went to Montgomery, I don't remember if I did an interview or not. I think I might have did one, but it didn't make it to YouTube. Okay, so there you go. All right, let's see. Definitely, I remember that. Yeah, Tara. Okay, yeah, Tara ain't shit. We ain't worried about Tara. Oh, so hold on. Somebody must have super chatted me $10. All right, I'm gonna go look at this $10 one. But Doodoo5150 says, "F the haters. Keep up the great work, soldier." Let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something based on this comment. Don't ever think that I don't need comments like that. I need comments like that like a fish needs water. Because they're so, like, when it comes to people commenting on a video, most of it's going to be negative. Most of it's going to be jokey, negative, about me type of stuff, okay? And for y'all, it's just like, oh, yeah, you know, Marcus, he can handle it, this and that. And I can. But it doesn't mean that I don't need a good balancing out of that stuff, right? So, you know, if you could tell me stuff like that to uplift me and stuff like that, and you think like, oh, he don't really care about that stuff, or that ain't that important, man. He's good. He's confident. He know what it is. He know he can handle everything. You know, I can handle it, but I love when people show support. So, you know what I'm saying? Doodoo5150, man, I appreciate that. All right, I appreciate it for sure. Okay, and anybody else that wants to give kind words and stuff like that, I appreciate it, all right? He used to be dancing, freestyling, hanging out. Your truck acting a fool. I definitely miss him. Yeah, we all miss Josiah's, man. We know that Josiah's was a complete star when it came to just being on this channel and everything else. And so, you know, listen, I'm gonna be honest. If I can go break him out of jail and think that I can get away with it, I'd be like, come on, y'all, we going to Ohio. We about to break him out. Okay? But, you know, we just got to let it be God's plan. The same way that he was on the channel and it was God's plan, we ain't going to force the situation for him to be on the channel until it's God's plan. So something tells me that at some point in the game, you know, we're going to hear from Josiah again. Something just tells me that. It's just something that I just feel in my spirit. So we'll see what happens. He'll have hella content in Birmingham for sure. I need to go. Like, listen, when school starts and when the kids are back in school and they're doing their thing and they don't need me to pick them up, drop them off, do this, do that, I'm definitely going to be taking some road trips. So I would say that North Carolina is probably going to be the first place on the list, but then Alabama will probably be the second. So be looking out. And when I come, don't act shy. Don't act shy. Marcus used to drive to their home. It was obvious then that they were calling Marcus not rocket science. There you go. There you go. See, Golden be one of the only people that got sense, man. Like, and I know that there's more of y'all that got sense. Let me see, where I put my watermelon? Okay. I know it's more of y'all that got sense, but yeah, it's just like, use your common sense. They called me to do the interviews, y'all. Come on. All right. So I'm taller than you. Listen, I'll be honest with you. When it comes to the females, it don't matter whether I'm taller than you. Taller, which, you know, it's cool that I am. I get the point that you're saying, but listen, I chop trees all day. I'm a tree chopper. I'm a tree chopper. Okay? And anyway, I chop trees. So I'm the short guy that doesn't care, like, if you wear heels, if you do this, do that. If you care about it, then don't do it, because I don't want you feeling the way. But I don't care. I want you to wear heels. I love heels. I love how women's legs kind of flex up a little bit around the calf muscle area when they're wearing heels. It just kind of brings a certain flair and a certain like shape to their legs that I love. So, and I'm not insecure about height or none of that stuff. Like, even if like in some of my formative years, like I'm like may have been insecure about some things, but the experiences that I've had, especially with women throughout life, and even from like, we're talking from the age of like first grade. Like I've pretty much had like a girlfriend or some type of situation like that since the first grade, man. Like I've always had some level of women that were attracted to me. And so I never was like the short guy that like had a chance to develop this bitterness or this like, man, they ain't messing with me because I'm short. Well, I was the short guy that was lucky enough that I guess they was rocking with me. So, you know, I never developed that. So just for anybody that wants to know, it doesn't matter how tall you are. Trust me, I'm good. So as long as you good, I'm good. All right. So that's just that. You got 2 pages. That's crazy. I got more than 2 pages. Well, I got 2 pages for this channel. All right. Yeah, Tone and them obviously called me to do the last interview that they just did. All right. And I've seen them a couple times since that interview. It's always hugs and love. So that be y'all that be in the comment section and stuff like that, trying to cape for them. And they're like, what are you talking about? Like, we're the ones that call him. Y'all really trying to hate on them. Y'all trying to stop their money. Come on now. Don't be stopping people money. All right, let me see who this was. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find the I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find the $10 super chat. Let's see. Come to Cincinnati. Listen, that's where Polo's at. I just talked to Gabby today. Oh, I talked to Gabby, and also, so we sure have one right here. Have you seen Polo? Yeah, I haven't seen Polo. He's up in Cincinnati. Somebody from Cincinnati about 3 weeks ago called me and was like, hey, we love you up here in Cincinnati. Just to let you know, you got support all over the place, man. It's a lot of people that watch you in Cincinnati. He was like, man, guess who I seen? I seen Polo. I was like, what? So, yeah, he ran down. He's like, I seen Polo, this, that, and the third. Long story short, when I talked to Gabby like a few days after that, She was like, yeah, he's up in Cincinnati, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And they were saying, like, he may come home, like, around the 4th of July. He didn't come home the 4th of July. So, okay, well, you know, he'll figure it out. Right? Ain't no pressure on my end. But then I talked to, guess who I talked to today that also talked to him? And I said this on the last live that ended abruptly, but yeah, guess who? So, y'all, let me see if y'all can guess who else recently talked to Polo. Cat? Nope, it wasn't Cat. Star? Nope, one Star. Nope. Keep guessing. Okay, just Fatima got it. Just Fatima got it. B Spikes got it. So, Summer. All right, so y'all remember, well, if you watch the lives or whatever, you may remember that about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, think about 2 weeks ago, something like that. No, 2 weeks ago was 4th of July. So maybe 3 weeks ago, I was in the Bluff and I ran into Summer. And I was just like, what the F? Like, the last time I saw you, you was in rehab, looking great, sounding great, doing great. And now I see you and I catch you in literally the crack spot, literally with a stem or what they call a pipe in your hand. Okay? Okay? So I was like, damn, Summer, like, what the hell? And so we had started to do an interview, but then she didn't want to do it. She wasn't feeling it. And I could have been a dickhead and like still posted it or whatever, but I didn't want to do that. Right? You kind of saw her a little bit on one of the other interviews that I had did. Like, she made like a small cameo, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about me and her that same day started to do an interview. We was about 5 or 6 minutes into it. Right, Golden. You saw Summer during that interview, but that was like just briefly. We had started to do an interview 5 or 6 minutes into it. She was like, I ain't feeling it. I don't want to do it, this and that. I was like, okay, cool. I saw her another time after that. She was chilling in the car. And I was like, look, we was having like a really just deep, good conversation. And I was like, look, we need to, like, this is the interview. Like, this is what people need to see and hear from you. So, but she was like, no, I don't want to do it. This and that and third. So I was like, okay, fine. So, me, I'm like, dang, like, one, obviously I know people are going to watch. So I was like, somebody want to do the interview, whatever. But I was also like, hey, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to let it be in God's time. Like I always do, right? So God's time, it never fails me. It never fails me. Because I ran into her today randomly, again, in the Bluff. And we hung out for about an hour. So we walked around. We went up to like this little spot where she be hanging out with all her little people or whatever. One of the dudes that was there getting his car washed, recognized me. We was talking about the channel. I met like a couple of folks over there that just be hanging out, chilling. A couple of people that be, doing their little stuff or whatever. Long story short, finally I was like, all right, well, let's walk back to the car and I'm gonna get up out of here. Cause she didn't want to do the interview. I was like, all right, cool, it's all good. We was chilling, right? So we get back to the car and she's like, all right, let's do it. So I'm like, what? So she's like, I'm ready. Come on, let's just do it. So I'm like, okay, cool. And mind you, Summer don't really be needing money. Like, Summer gets like $4,000 or $5,000 a month. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but she gets money from like whatever her little situation that happened when she was in the military. So all y'all that think that she's just like doing the interviews for money and stuff, you don't be knowing what you're talking about. So long story short, she's like, all right, let's do the interview. So we did the interview, and that was just like about 4 or 5 hours ago. We did the interview. And man, when I tell you, this was, to me, the best Summer interview where we get to learn like the real deal about why she's out here. This was the best Summer interview. Okay, rubbing nose too much. No, it's like itching. Y'all don't know what's going on. It's like, so there's flies flying around and stuff like that. And I got my watermelon, so they're kind of like flying around. Y'all don't really see them, but they're like flying around and bothering me and stuff. So They keep like flying around my ears, flying around my nose. I'm just like, y'all don't see it. It's like these little flies, okay? But I got my watermelon, right? And you see the watermelon juice, and so they're just kind of flying around. I do need to trim my nose hairs. Listen, I done been in Target and Walmart like 4 or 5 times, and every time I be like, all right, I need to get a nose hair trimmer. I need to get a nose hair trimmer. I forget every single time. So please pardon my nose hairs, okay? All right. But yeah, they are messing with me, man. So, but just to let you know, I'm about to move. It's getting to be too much. But yeah, just to let you know, and y'all know, I listen. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, okay? Y'all know I smoke weed, and I have done shrooms before. I don't really do shrooms a whole lot, but I've done them. But that's the only drugs that I've done. And of course, I drink alcohol, but I have never a day in my life, and my brother, if he's still on this live, he can tell you, I've never a day in my life smoked a cigarette. I've never a day in my life even touched any form of cocaine, including crack rocks. So I've been around crack rocks my whole life. I've been in kitchens where they've been cooking up crack from sun up to sundown. I have been around, people that snort cocaine, for my whole adult life. Okay? And I would tell you if I did. I wouldn't have a problem telling you. My life is perfectly fine. I don't have any reason to hide nothing or feel embarrassed about anything. But yeah, so, just for y'all you can just go ahead and shut that down now, right? I don't do drugs. I don't do any, well, let's put it like this. I don't do any what I consider hard drugs. Okay? So I smoke bud. And, like I say, the shrooms, I've maybe done shrooms maybe 5 times in my whole life. Maybe 6. Something like that. Okay? All right. So, it is what it is. Dang, the flies literally follow me, y'all. These damn flies. Well, these little tiny flies, man. Anyway. What is shrooms? Mushrooms. Like, I have some mushrooms in my house that I thought I was going to do like maybe 3 or 4 months ago. And I never did them. And they're still just sitting there. Literally just sitting there. All right. So, that's not even something I do like very often at all. It's a different trip. But yeah, like I honestly don't have time to be that high. I have too much stuff to do. Right. I'm like I get anxious when I'm not productive. So when you do shrooms and stuff like that, like you need to have like the next day off type shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's, at least that's how it works for me. So I definitely need to get a trimmer. So I hear y'all. Please pardon my nose hairs, okay? Oh yeah, this the real one. Let me see. So he normally has the watermelon with seeds, because y'all know I got this from the dude on Glenwood. He be there every day. He been there for 35 years. So the little shack that's on Glenwood and 285, right there at the gas station, he been barbecuing and having watermelon forever. He be having the yellow watermelons and everything. He normally has the watermelons with black seeds, but for whatever reason today he didn't. But I'm still gonna eat it. It is what it is. Why they saying I'm getting small? Honestly, I feel like I'm getting small. And sometimes when I look at myself, I'll be like, dang, I got smaller. But then sometimes when I put on a shirt and the shirt still kind of wraps around the arms a little bit, I'll be like, okay, well, I guess I ain't getting that small. You know what I'm saying? All right. So yeah, I normally don't eat non-seeded watermelon, but it is what it is. Okay. But yeah, so I got 2 interviews I'm gonna drop today. The first one, like I say, is a young lady that I just ran into at the bluff. She's not even homeless, okay? But it was a really good interview. Y'all are gonna, I think that if you like the more what I call traditional interviews, where we really get to get into it deep with people and they get to kind of talk about stuff that they have never really or don't really get a chance to talk about a whole lot. You're gonna love this interview, and I loved it. Like I love interviews like this, man. Like interviews like the one I'm gonna drop next are what keeps me out here. Like, of course, the rent has to be paid and everything else, but those interviews are what keeps me motivated and what keeps me saying, okay, this is still my mission. This is still what I'm meant to be doing. I'm exactly where I need to be, doing exactly what I need to be doing. Okay? So, hey, my brother just shot me $1.99. Appreciate that, boy. That boy up there making that money too, man. All right, but I ain't gonna get in your pockets. But that boy up there making that money just shot me $1.99. He said, I'm out, bro, love. So y'all know he about to start working or whatever. So I love my brother, man. Like, I love my brother. That's why. That's another thing. That's I be out here. I be like, dang, you ain't got no family, or your family ain't, this and that. But I've come to learn that just not everybody has the same family that I do. Not everybody has the same familial relationships that I do. So I thank God for my family. I thank God for my mom. I thank God for my dad. And I 100%, 1000% thank God for my brother, man, because he is just an awesome brother, man. I could not have asked for a better brother. He's 4 years younger than me. And when I tell you, built-in best friend from the start, man, listen. And as adults, like sometimes your brothers and sisters as adults, y'all kind of veer off a little bit, stuff like that. No, that is still like, that's my boy. That's my homie. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like everything. So, shit, when it comes down to it, him and his family are the only reasons why I even get to have like that old school kickback barbecue type of vibe, because that's 99.9% of the time, that's where it happens, is at his lady's house. Well, not his lady's house, his lady's parents' house, or their house where they live. All right. Do I think I'll buy a house anytime soon? I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see, because right now it's like I literally the timing is just crappy, man, because these houses are still way overvalued to me. So we'll see. Okay, We the Streets is your family now. Listen, it's so many people out in the streets that, like, I can definitely consider them, somewhat like family, 100%, man. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out here that consider me to be like family. So you're right, man, 100%, definitely. My bro, I need to tell you something super duper 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 very, 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 very important. Aubrey, what you gotta tell me? You can either say it in the chat or you can email me at landerstreetinterviews@gmail.com. All right? So anyway. Y'all hold on real quick. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. Oh man. Oh, that's so good. All right. Okay, so yes, a loving and caring family is a blessing. I'm blessed with the right siblings. Same mom said dad raises look out for one another very close. Now we have many nieces and nephews. Man, I'm telling you. Aubrey, yes, you could definitely tell me something, okay? But yes, Victoria's lady, you ain't never lied, man. Like, that's what we're missing. And see, I think that's what, like, I think that some of the hate that I get is because I treat everybody like family. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that I kiss everybody's ass, or I treat them like they're like everybody has some type of handicap and I got to treat them with kid gloves? No. When I say I treat them like family, it means that I just, I don't mind having conversations that other people may see as like impolite if you're a stranger, right? So in polite society, if you don't know somebody in like that, you're not supposed to like, ask them all these questions about all their deep life stuff and things like that. But me, because I have just all this love inside of me, I really do just treat most people like family. Like I don't treat you like you're just like a stranger or nothing. I treat you like, hey, we can talk, we can get into it, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And the love that some people give back to me, I think that when other people see it, they kind of like, I don't know if it's a jealousy spirit or something, but they hate the love that I get. They hate the love that I get from the viewers, and they hate the love that I get out in the street. Like, especially out in the street. Like, if there's somebody and they feel like online I get all this slander and hate and stuff, but then they see out in the street how it's the exact opposite and everybody loves me and everything else, they probably be like, damn, now I can't even talk shit out in the streets because everybody love them. So I can't even go out in the street and be like, man, that dude in the street interview dude, man, he ain't shit. But then people gonna be like, what you mean, man? You just doing this thing, man. You a hater, man. Get up out of here with that bullshit, man. I don't give a fuck about a nigga like you, man. You a hating ass nigga, da-da-da. So that's the type of response they gonna get. So they hate that. They hate that they can't treat me in real life like how I get treated online. So you definitely have a big family in Detroit. Me and all my people watch your channel for years. Been talking about the interviews and everything. Studio on the go, man. Big shout out. What up, though? Big 313 love, man. Listen, first of all, shout out to my sis and my moderator, Open/Opinionated News. Y'all definitely tap in with her. If you go to my latest community post, you'll see that I shared out her channel. So tap in with her if you in Detroit. She talks about a lot of different stuff, but also local Detroit stuff, right? So especially like the situation that just happened with that crazy young lady stabbing up her manager at McDonald's, and then all those crazier people coming and saying that it was the manager's fault. Well, Open did a really good review of that. So and that's, you know, a national story. So if you want to check out a actual local Detroit person's kind of commentary on that story, and she did really good research, definitely check out Opinionated News. It's not spelled the traditional way. It's spelled like if you said the word open and then you ate it. Okay, so Open, you ate it. That's how you spell her channel, all right? Definitely check her out. You keep a good poker face, but do the hate ever bother you? Well, yeah, I mean, listen. Does it like massively bother me? I'm a grown damn man. Look, as long as my check come in on the 21st, and I used to say, and my Facebook check on the 22nd, I'm good. But now the Facebook check, this is going to be the last check that I get on Tuesday for Facebook. So that check is not going to be coming anymore. But yeah, as long as my money is okay and everything else, man, I treat things in order of its priority level. So that's why I look at the people that do like that beef sector stuff and I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, none of this stuff that y'all are actually beefing about is important. And I'm the type of person where I give things the energy of the level that it's at. So if something isn't that important, or if it doesn't have this huge impact on me, no, I ain't finna sit there and like be all super butthurt and things like that. Now, every now and again, I'll respond. Every now and again, I'll give you that energy. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be when I feel like it. Not that you said something and it triggered me and then I wasn't planning on being that way, but then I got that way. That's weak to me. That's weak. That's a weakling, right? And it reeks of non-masculinity, right? So I'm the type of person that, yeah, I may eventually respond. It may be months later. It's whenever I feel like it, and if I'm just in that mood. So does it bother me? Yeah, it bothers me a little bit, but like I say, man, like men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So as long as my numbers are, staying where they need to be and my paychecks are where they need to be, but then also as long as I'm getting love from people as well, and I get love online in the comment section and I get love out in the street. So yeah, do I think I should get as much hate as I get? No, but it's God's plan. God is preparing me for whatever the next mission or the next level that I'm going to. Because at that level, I'm going to have to deal with probably 10 times the hate, slander, or whatever that I'm getting now. So I'm going to probably beg for this slander when I get to the next level. Okay, I'm going to beg for this. Like this hate that's going on now, I'm going to beg for it. Hey, please, can I get the hate I used to get? Like, so whenever things are happening in your life and you don't quite understand it, because for me, I feel like, hey, I think I'm doing a good job. I don't think that it's fair for all of the comments that people make about me and stuff like that. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right or whatever. I think that I get an overabundance of negativity that I don't necessarily deserve. But again, God's plan. And I'm not one to stop God from doing his big one. So if that's God's plan, I may see it as like, dang, God, why are you doing this to me? But I'm mature enough in my journey in life to understand that, no, this is preparation. This is preparation, because every other thing that has been something that I felt like was negative and stuff like that, when I look back on it, I realized, oh, he was just preparing me. He was preparing me. I had to go through that. I wouldn't be in the position I'm in today if I didn't go through some of the stuff that I was like, why am I going through this? Well, there you go. Okay, so yeah, it bothers me to just a little bit, but not like a whole lot. All right. Never did shrooms, but I chiefed the reef. That's right. Watch you every day from Oakland. Lynn, big shout out to the Bay Area. Yay, area. Hey, that West Coast vibe. You already know. Man, listen, I got to come back. I haven't been to Oakland. Last time I was in the West Coast was, last time I was in California was 2019. But that was LA. So I haven't been to Oakland literally since I was like 11 years old, and I'm 42. So it's been over 30 years. All right, so I definitely got to get back to Oakland, check out San Fran, the whole Bay Area. Got to do that, man. So big shout out to you, Lynn. All right, Charlotte, Marcus, your work is appreciated. Sorry for the typo, 8 siblings. Oh, yeah, you got 8 siblings, Victoria. Okay, I got you, bro. I started in my grandma's mouth, and he ate it, and now he wants more? What? I started in my grandpa's mouth, and he ate. Whoa. Huh. Aubrey, I'm sorry to hear about that. Aubrey, you can email me at atlantastreetinterviews@gmail.com if you want to get in touch. And I'll send you my number, and we can just kind of go from there. But yeah, if you got a story that you feel like you want to get out and you just want to kind of put it out to the world, get it off your chest, you're in the right place, and you can definitely reach out to me. Okay? That's wild. Sorry to hear about that. It definitely takes a village now. It's like everybody have their own little island. Big family used to keep us together after she leave. Yup. Big mama, yup. Used to keep everybody together. You right, studio on the go. And I know y'all know about it up in Detroit, because, you know, my roommates in college was from Detroit. So, like, I kind of understand y'all's energy, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, that's something else, man. Like, that Detroit energy was lit, bro. Like, all right, because I visited a couple times when I was in college, too. So, big shout out to the D, man. I love it. All right, it means you're too personal, girl. Get out of here with that. Send them an email. I agree, that happens to me, too. I've always been a people person, always clean to me everywhere I go because I have a good heart. Yep. What part of North Carolina are you coming to? I'm gonna try to hit. Where's my boy Sean at? Rocky Mountain, not Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain. What's the name of it? Mountain, Kings Mountain, or something like that. So I'm gonna try to hit Kings Mountain. I'm gonna try to see Ileana's mom, which is in like somewhere on the border of South Carolina and North Carolina. I'm definitely gonna hit Charlotte. Okay, so you ain't gotta worry about that. And then I think I'm gonna go to where Tracy is at, which I think is in Greensboro. All right, so I got my cousin Diamond, my homie. All right, big homie vibes, big sister vibes. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So I definitely got to see Diamond. So I got a couple folks, a couple stops in North Carolina. I'm probably gonna be there for several days. So definitely be looking out for when I announce that. Jesus to the Port Maga for not loving our neighbor. What up, though? What up, though? All right, why would anyone hate love? Because they are the opposite. People who hate love are the opposite. Love you, Marcus. Las Vegas interviews. Big shout out, big salute. All right. What's going on with Facebook? They yanked my Facebook. All right. So even just now, when I went to go pick up these watermelon, and the guy that was there who always watches my Facebook, he was like, "Hey, man, you ain't been posting." I was like, "Nah, I ain't been posting." They took the channel. They took the Facebook channel. We was at 856,000 followers, and they took it for like the most stupidest reason. So, and I haven't like tapped in to really like talk about it with the person that ran the channel. So, matter of fact, I'm literally probably gonna do that when I get off this live. So, Nikki, if you're watching or if you watch this replay, Well, we probably already talked if you watched the replay, but yeah, I'm gonna contact you shortly, so we can just talk about what the next step moving forward may look like. Okay? All these people that say they love you are not telling your nose is dirty, dirty. Listen, they've been told me that. You late, Chris. I've already said, please excuse my nose hairs, okay? But I'm not gonna pick at them right now on camera. So you just have to deal with it. My big, all right? My big bro was my best friend. That's right. What's happening with Facebook? I just explained it. Okay, California, this land is your land, this land is my land. Yes, sir. Read and yellow, black and white, all the colors make it right. That's right. How do you keep going? I have tomatoes, bell peppers, watermelon, my small garden. That's awesome. Hey, Marcus, I haven't talked to you live in a while. What up, Tara Bright? Please clip the gray hairs out your nose. No shade. No shade, guys. I'm gonna get that. Look out. Let me see if I can yank some of these out real quick. All right, y'all ain't finna keep talking about these nose hairs. That's not gonna be the topic of discussion. Go get a trimmer because yanking these joints out hurts. Ooh, is that better? Nope. All right. All right, let me see. All right. That's. Ooh. Y'all really got me yanking out my nose hairs in the middle of a live. Ooh. Okay, is that a little better? Might be a little better. All right. Why my messages popping up late? No, they're not popping up late. I'm just back in the chat. That's deep. Aubrey is trolling. What's good, Marcus? Sending much love and support for Valdosta. What up, Will? What you doing? Why not? Can't hear you. Oh, hold on. Can y'all hear me now? Oh, shit. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Oh, we can hear now? Okay. How is Mom? Mom is doing good. I have my finger over. Okay, my bad. I have my finger over the speaker. My bad, y'all. My bad. Do the nose hairs look a little better? No? Still kind of bad? All right, no worries. It's all good. We'll figure it out. Okay. All right, so anyway. All right, y'all. So, yeah, man. So, just to recap everything, and make sure, hopefully you can hear me now, okay? But just to recap everything, guys, 2 videos coming out today, okay? Do me a favor. If you already watched the videos on the B-side, big salute to you. I love you. I appreciate it 100%. If you are not subscribed to the B-side, or if you haven't been over there in a while, go over there, watch videos, run them up, because I ain't gonna be able to post on there for 2 weeks, because I tried to post a really spicy interview with Kelsey on there and YouTube wasn't having it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crank up a Patreon. Okay, Patreon's probably gonna be like $5 a month or whatever, and I think that's where I'm gonna post. That's where I'm gonna probably drop a lot of tea. So I'm probably gonna let that be like my confessions page and stuff like that, right? So I'm gonna let that be like kind of like my confessions page, but then I'm also gonna drop. I'm gonna make sure I have at least maybe 5 like spicy interviews every month, minimum 5 minimum. So when I say spicy, I mean they will probably have nudity in them. They'll probably have, demonstrations, okay, and just extra non-YouTube friendly conversation. Okay, so I've been holding out on the Patreon forever, but I think like YouTube is starting to mess with too many of my interviews now. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start posting those really, really, really spicy ones on there. Okay, so if you, and I did this earlier, but I'll get a quick little survey of the crowd. If you would support the Patreon with that type of content on it for about $5 a month, put a P in the chat. Put a P in the chat. So I don't know if Patreon accepts Cash App, but yeah, put a P in the chat if you would support that type of content. Because like I say, Kelsey is Kelsey, so she's gonna, y'all, if y'all don't know, Kelsey is a very sultry, seductive type of woman, and she will play all day. So on this last interview, she was playing all day. Okay, but yeah, I will create the Patreon, and let's just give me until Monday night. I will have that up and going. and y'all are gonna start to see some of the behind the scenes stuff. Now again, if you come over and you pay your $5 for the Patreon, you're not paying $5 for boring content. You're paying $5 because this stuff is gonna be muy caliente. And I don't want to hear about Marcus is a freak, Marcus is Diddy, Marcus is this, Marcus is that. I don't want to hear it. You gonna get what you paid for. Okay? So don't come over there with that nonsense, because I don't want to hear that ish. Okay? All right. Okay. Just want to say that. All right? Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I could have had this type of, probably should have had this type of channel or place where I can post that type of content for the last couple years, and y'all probably would have loved it. And as a matter of fact, I'm sure that if I went back in my Google Photos, I probably have content from, some stuff that y'all would be like, okay. So I don't want to hear the nonsense. That's just before we even get it started, I need y'all to understand, okay, that this ain't gonna be PG-13. Okay, all right. If you got a problem with explicit content, hey, just support the YouTube channel. I appreciate it. I love it. All that good stuff. We popping. Okay, but the Patreon is gonna have spicier content. And it may include nudity. It may include me, y'all, me and meaning y'all, right? Watching them demonstrate maybe some of the stuff they may do. And just all type of whatever thing that can come to my brain that I feel like y'all would secretly enjoy. Because we know y'all are good people. Y'all are Christians. Y'all are good Christians, all right? So we know that you don't enjoy this stuff, but just the secret part of you that enjoys it. Okay? The secret part of you that enjoys it. That's the part I'm talking about. Okay? So, okay. All right. So, all right. Just want to put that out there, because inevitably I know what's going to happen is I'm going to create this channel, and then somebody's going to, pay the $5, and then they're going to come back on YouTube. Let me tell you, Marcus is doing this. Marcus is that. Oh, I can't believe it, y'all. Marcus is, Shut up. Like, shut up. Okay, just shut up. All right. Am I gonna demonstrate some things? You're just gonna have to find out. You're just gonna have to find out. Like, I'm not trying to make it just be like straight up like, oh, y'all are gonna watch me effing girls and stuff like that. Like, that's not necessarily what I'm talking about. It may get close to that, okay? It may get, close enough, but like, nah, it's not just, it's artsy, it's creative. I'm a creative. So that's not artsy to just like, oh, there's another, corn channel. Like, nah, it's not that. It's like, this is going to be just slightly different. And to me, I can't even think of any place where you can find similar content. So I think that this is going to be a very unique channel that a lot of people that aren't going to be able to admit it in polite society, but on the back end, they're going to pay that $5 and watch it, okay? They're going to pay that $5 and watch it. Okay? All right? Yeah. It's we going to get lit, okay? We going to get lit, all right? We ain't playing. But we're also going to learn. It's not like we're just going to be like, everything just freaky and lit. Like, nah, it's like, nah, we're going to be lit. But, it's going to be in the context of how I do things. Okay? So, I think ever since they was messing with me earlier this week, I've been thinking about that. And I was thinking about just doing it on my own website, AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. But now I was like, nah, because it's going to have to take too much to like add the ability to put video. And because you can link to a video, but to be able to host videos and add the type of payment system that I need may be more than what I think it's going to be. So I think Patreon is already, a platform where you can do that stuff. Already has a payment system set up, everything else. So I think that's gonna be the route that I go. All right. All right. You ever heard of Real Right and Uncut? Yeah, Greensboro. Yeah, for sure. D Ways. Yeah, I've definitely listen. I don't. I admittedly don't watch his channels. I'm not gonna say like cap like, oh yeah, I definitely watch his channel, but I noticed when he came on the scene, and I know that he is growing at a pretty nice clip. I shout him out all the time. He's another black man that's out here doing his thing. He's an interviewer like me. He bought a Jeep like me. So, you know, I mean, shout him out. All right, shout him out, man. I think his name is Ghost. So shout out Ghost, man. Like he's obviously a hard worker. He does his thing. Black man out here getting to it. Listen, man, that's a big old salute. All right, big old salute. All right, all right. Oh, somebody be going to different massage parlors. Okay. See. So yeah, I think this is gonna be really good content. It's gonna be similar to that Mocha interview, except it's gonna be even more. It's gonna be even more, with obviously nothing blurred out, and like we're gonna maybe watch her change instead of it cutting to just her being changed. We're gonna get to watch it. We're gonna get to see all types of stuff. It's gonna be good. Uh-oh. Okay, my bad. My finger be on the mic sometimes. My bad. Okay. All right. All right. I sound like him too? No, I don't think so. I've heard him talk. I don't think we sound anything alike. Now he sounds more closer to my boy in Texas, Pull Up and Chat, right? Before they snatched his channel, but that's who I think they sound alike. I don't think he sounds like me though. Yeah, I was covering the mic. My bad. What we talking about? An OF? It's a Patreon. We're talking about Patreon that I'm gonna be doing. So that's the next kind of venture. But anyway, all right, guys. Look, I ain't gonna keep y'all here all day. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off and eat this food. If you didn't see the live earlier that got cut off, at first when I went on the live, so you don't have to play it long. You're gonna see this barbecue that I got off of Glenwood. Man, that barbecue looks so damn good. When I tell you I'm about to go ham on that food, man, as soon as I get upstairs, I'm going crazy on that food. So it's all love. Yeah, they took Pull Up and Chat's channel, which I've explained before, but long and short of it, same thing like what I'm talking about. Some of his content was just a little bit too spicy for YouTube. So one of his videos got flagged, and it caused them to do a channel review. And when they did the channel review, I guess they saw too much TNA, and they decided to just snatch his channel. So, and that sucks, because I think he was like either just about to hit 100,000 subs, or he had just hit it, and then they snatched his channel. And I show love, so like me and him was cool, and I was pretty much calling him at that point. He was the king of street interviews, because even though I was the OG, his videos at that like what was that? Last summer, Pull Up and Chat's videos, almost every video that he dropped, minimum 50,000 views. Most of them would easily hit 100,000. He was the king of street interviews last summer. Every video that he dropped, and it had a big booty girl in it and stuff like that, I'm talking views. His thumbnails, off the chains. I still cannot make thumbnails as good as he does. So Pull Up and Chat, man, that's my boy. And I told him, like, man, just create another channel, because the people love you. They ask about you all the time. Create another channel, and then just like maybe do what I'm doing, like have your more spicier stuff on Patreon. But they love the channel, so he needs to create another channel, man. Like I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't. Because I know how it may feel to like have that snatched from you, just like how they snatched my Facebook channel that had almost 1 million followers. But I'm gonna get back on the horse at some point. I'm gonna have a Facebook channel again soon enough, even if they don't give me back my old one. So I just feel like you just gotta jump back up and make it happen. All right, but shout out to Pull Up and Chat. Why couldn't they just take the videos? Why they have to take the whole channel? That's foul. It's their platform. YouTube could do what they want to do. Why ask why? They can do what they want to do. There's some creators that are bigger creators that have millions of subscribers, and they get away with things that medium-sized and small channels can't do. So there's some channels where they say the R word freely. They say the R word all they want. R, grape, grape. And they're good to go. If I say it, it's demonetized. Demonetized. Just one instance of it. Demonetized. And the bots are going to catch it. The bots are going to catch it. So you're not going to be able to like skate, nothing like that. It's just, you're not going to get paid for that video if it has some of those keywords in it. If it's an abundance of cursing, demonetized. But then other creators, F-bomb, 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 F-bomb. No problem. Right? So, yeah, it is what it is. All right? All right, damn, I remember that. Yeah, just join who are we talking about. Pull up in chat's channel. He didn't start another channel. Nope. I love his videos. I thought he did create another channel. I don't believe he did. If he did, I'm sure. If he did, then me and him gonna fight. Because I told him multiple times, like, dude, as soon as you create another channel, tell me, and I'm gonna plug it every day for 30 days. Every day for 30 days, I'm gonna plug his channel. Because one thing that I'm not is a hater. And whatever's meant for me is always going to be for me. So nobody could take what God has planned for me. So that's why I don't begrudge any competition or anybody doing that thing. Anybody that does street interviews that has reached out to me, and it's a bunch, at least 5 or 6. At least 5 or 6 guys that have reached out to me that literally are doing the same exact thing that I'm doing. And all of them will tell you, I'm super cool when it comes to all of that, giving advice, giving them my diagnosis of the situation, letting them know the tricks and traps and all that stuff. I am an open book and the furthest thing that you'll ever find from a hater. And anybody can tell you that. Anybody can tell you that, okay? So you go ask Funky Town, I think it's called Funky Town Uncut. Go ask Domo Helping Others. Go ask Midwest Interviews. Go ask I can't think of the other channels, but you know, go ask Pull Up in Chat, right? Ask Jamar. What's it called? The dude in North Carolina, he never reached out, but if he did, we would chop it up. All right, because I want to see people win. I want to see everybody win. And just like how there's a bunch of different gas stations up and down the street and they're all making good money, and there's a bunch of different bread companies, and we all go to the grocery store and everybody gets their bread, and everybody can win. All right, so that's just me, man. Anybody will tell you that. Anybody. There's not one person out here that's going to say, man, Marcus hated on me, man. He ain't want to do this. He ain't want to do that. Nope. Nope. Marcus helped me out. Marcus stayed on the phone with me for an hour when he didn't have to. Yeah, that's Marcus. All right. All right. So, yeah, damn, that's real, bro. You see it? He did. It was called something else, though. This was a few months back. Lisa. Okay, you know what? Because me and my boy I'm going to call him right now. Y'all say he started another channel. I'm literally going to call him right now. So y'all hang on. Oh, okay, this is something else. I'm like, what the hell text is that? Okay, so let me call him right now. I'm literally going to call him right now. Because if he did and he didn't reach out, next time I come to Houston, we gonna chop it up, but we gonna squabble. We gonna squabble first. We gonna squabble. We gonna squabble. So let me see. Let's see. I'm calling him right now. Let's see. Do you watch any other interviewers? I don't really have time to. I used to watch Pull Up and Chat when I had the time, because I interviewed some of the people that he used to interview a whole lot. So it was just interesting to me. And, you know, you got to study the people that's out here winning. And at the time, he was winning. So, actually, when he was on his, like, real winning streak for real, shoot, me and him used to chop it up a lot. And I used to ask him, like, hey, bro.
Please leave your message for...
All right. So, we'll see if he calls back. But I used to ask him all the time, like, dang, bro, like, your thumbnails is killing it. What do I need to do to get these thumbnails like you? He's like, man, it's just my phone, da-da-da-da. That's what made me get the phone I have now. Okay. Lisa, what's the new name? Yeah, what is the new name? Lisa, put the name of his channel in the chat. If you could remember to figure it out. It's definitely more than enough money on these platforms. Everybody, you never gave gatekeeper at all. Yep, all love. You have a TikTok? Kinda. But it doesn't really do anything, and I don't spend a whole lot of time on it. Plus, a bunch of people on TikTok just steal my content and post it to their channel, and it takes so long for TikTok to respond to that stuff and to eliminate the channel that by the time they do, the people just pop up another channel and just get right back to posting my stuff. So I don't like TikTok, to be honest with you, and they don't pay enough money, so it's just not worth my time. Forgot I've been trying to find it. OMG, almost finished. Oh Lord. Hey ASI fam. Oh shit, covering the mic again. My bad. Okay, I was covering the my bad. I was covering the mic. But yeah, long story short is cause what was he just talking about? I forget. See, I think I'm getting hungry. Okay, all right guys. So anyway, I think we was talking about pull up and chat. And just how his channel got snatched, and when he gets a new one, if you can find his new channel, anybody that can find Pull Up and Chat's new channel, email me at LanderstreetInterviews@gmail.com. Please send it to me. Okay? Because I'm going to plug his channel even if he didn't ask me to. That's my boy. All right? I rock with him tough, man. He's just a really cool guy. Me and him have similar energy. Very similar energy, man. He's got that type of energy where as soon as you meet him, you feel like, y'all could just kick it. Like hell, you don't feel no type of like energy that's like any type of threat or anything, no type of hater energy. It's like you could tell that he loves his life. You could tell I love my life, and it's just good energy. It's like just good, clean energy, man. And so, yeah, meeting him, and I knew it would be like that because when we talked on the phone, like when he first started his channel, he called me and was asking advice and all this stuff. I could feel the vibes then. So I already knew when we met in person, it was going to be like cool shit. But yeah, he's definitely a cool guy, man. So I vouch for him all day. All right. I definitely think you're more entertaining. I think you're a better interviewer because you understand all walks of life a lot more than the average Joe. I think so too, if I'm being honest, right? Listen, shout out to all the interviewers, right? But if I'm being honest, I don't know. I just like my content better. I think I kind of get more into the shit. Now, I will say that the other guy in North Carolina, he's got something going real good because he just keeps interviewing like the same people. And so you develop like kind of a connection to their storyline. So that's basically what happened with me and Josiah's, right? Is that people develop this connection to Josiah's story. So, of course, his interviews got good views every time they drop. And so I think that's what's going on with old boy. And it's genius. It's genius because it's not like he's in a town like Atlanta where there's just like a never-ending amount of homeless people. He's in a small town, so there's only but so many people. And he's done a tremendous job building up his platform. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. All right. He got it, man. I ain't even gonna sit here and hold you. He got it, man. And if I had more time or if I was just more into the content, I'd probably watch it. But, it is what it is. Like, I shout him out every time somebody brings him up. So, I think that's good enough, right? But shout him out, man, all day. Anyway, all right, y'all. Like I said 20 minutes ago, I think I'm about to get off. I'm going to go eat and get these videos up so y'all can have them to watch and everything else. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm going to be, make sure I try to come live more often. I'm still considering that Sunday night live where I just let people come up and tell their trauma, tell their story, things like that. I'm still considering that. So I might 100% still do that. I don't want to load up my plate and then not be able to do the bread and butter. Because Mondays are important. I like to get Mondays started off to a good start and get a lot of good content on Mondays so that the rest of the week can kind of be downhill. All right? Anyway, like I say, love y'all, appreciate y'all. I'm gonna get up off of here. Definitely catch the replay for the last live that got cut abruptly so you can see the barbecue folks and where I got it from, because that barbecue like some of the best barbecue that I've never had, and I'm about to have it, and hopefully I don't fall asleep because I'm gonna try to get these videos up for y'all. All right, bring people up on the panel. You could have a date and showing so many things you can do. I love TikTok. I need to get more into TikTok just because it's one of the dominant platforms. So aside from how their business model works and how a lot of people already post my content on TikTok and I can't get them to take it down quick enough, I need to just bite the bullet, get into it, because that's where the people are at. So you're right about that, Studio on the Go. You're right, all right? Anyway, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Talk to you later, all right? May intake a question. My mom passed. How you forward through it? I'm sorry that your mom passed. I didn't understand your question. If you have a question, email me at LanceReviews@gmail.com. I'm about to get off the live. Y'all be smooth. Studio on the Go. Appreciate you, big dog. All right? Love y'all. All right?